Adapting today, sustaining tomorrow, resilient roots, green future is the theme for the 4th celebration of Climate Change Week under the Ministry of Sustainable Development. The event has significantly expanded over the years thanks to both local and global partnerships that share a common objective to raise awareness on climate change impacts, where the knowledge base is evolving.
Well, what has happened is that our team is also gaining much more experience participating at the COPs and also gaining experience on what we do on a yearly basis. So we have expanded the area, got support from the private sector and other agencies to be able to host this event and to put in the booths for the blue zone, the green zone, and to have panels for discussion involving young people, government, the private sector, to see how we can all work together, because as the speeches mentioned, myself, Prime Minister, the Ambassador from Brazil, this is something that we all have to do together. The climate crisis is a problem globally, and so we have to scale up our climate action. But also part of the reason that we are scaling up is because of our international commitments. NDC 1, then 2.0, now 3.0 asks for greater ambition. In greater ambition, we have to put more towards climate action. However, as you note that on Friday we'll have a specific day just for climate finance. So it's a climate finance forum, because we can do our 3.0 NDC, a stronger potential for implementation, but if the financing is not there, then there is no implementation. We are doing our part. We are doing our part for mitigation. As mentioned, scaling up the area for reducing emissions with renewable energy and the sort. We are looking at the transport sector, where we can start bringing in electric vehicles to reduce the amount of emissions. But we also have to look at other opportunities.
Prime Minister John Briceño was also present at today's opening ceremony. He spoke more about the importance of adaptation and how this ties into Belize's interest in solar energy.
I think there are several factors that we need to point out. One is awareness, and I think that more and more Belizeans are becoming aware. They're living the challenges of climate change. But also to point out that the government is fully committed to be able to address some of these challenges. For instance, how we can become a more sustainable country. The issue of energy that has been in the minds of most people, as it is right now, just probably about 2 months or so ago, Belize opened bids for solar power. And we're in the process of probably approving up to 80 megawatts of solar energy. All of that contributes to be able to reduce the carbon emissions in Belize. My concern, or my cry internationally has been that we did not create this problem. We do not continue to create this problem. Actually, we are helping the planet. When you look at the amount of reserves that we have, 30% of our land. By 2026, 30% of our ocean space is going to be under some form of protected status. Almost 60% of our country is under forest cover. We are doing more than our part. And it is the international community, the developed countries, the big developed countries that are now trying to impose certain actions on us. They are the ones that now need to help countries like Belize for us to be able to do the adaptation.
There were more than a dozen booths on display at the event, and they shared with us more on their role in reducing the impacts of climate change.
So one of our main things, we go along with the team that looks at adaptation and resilience. So what we're definitely trying to promote is adaptation. We have a lot of information in regards to what we're going through when it comes to coastal erosion, when it comes to flooding. We talk about when it comes to energy. So there's a lot of the booths that look at adaptation. So the Climate Change Office is basically the coordinating entity that promotes and works with all these entities that are here that work together for adaptation and building Belize's resilience to climate change.
So the Forest Department is displaying all its work. We have all our programs displayed today. We have the wildlife program, we have the restoration desk, We have the geospatial monitoring unit here inside the building. Outside, we actually have another booth set up, and that is displaying restoration work. And we are also displaying the fire management program that the Forest Department holds. And so it's to learn about what all we do. We keep saying the forest is more than trees, and that is what we're trying to display today.
Jo Marie Lanza, 7 News.